Let's draw nature. Hi, and welcome back to Let's Draw Nature. Today we're going to draw a part of nature that is very, very important to all of us. And nature provides a very important source of energy to heat our homes in the form of wood sometimes. And wood, of course, comes from trees. So we're going to thank the trees today for the wonderful fires that we can have, campfires, and in this case in our chimney here. And so today, let's draw a fire log. Okay, let's get started this morning on the fire log. Now, this will be the last episode of the season. And as you recall at the beginning when we did Let's Draw a Turtle, at the beginning of the school year, I guess, I bought, let's see, 10 of these pencils for $1.50 at the dollar store. So I've still got 3 left. And so this isn't very expensive. All you need is paper and pencils. And I always ask that you have a tissue paper handy for doing some shading. And as well, if you can get a kneaded eraser like this, that will really help with your drawing. Now, we are doing this horizontal style, landscape style, or as my grade 1s and 2s say, hot dog style today when we draw the fire. So let's get started. And one thing I should tell you that we're going to do a little bit differently today is that we have been using a color photograph to work from, to do these black and white drawings. And I thought, wow, I've done 23 episodes now, and it just occurred to me now that we should really be working from a black and white photo. That'll be a lot easier for you. So this whole time, if you've been doing my videos, you've been super advanced because you have been creating tone from color value without even knowing it. So anyway, we're going to get started on the fire log here, and we're going to go from kind of here to here. We've got 2 shapes of logs here. I know it looks like one log. There was actually 2 logs in the fireplace yesterday, and they're just kind of like it's kind of like a rectangle, really, that we have here. It's looking a little bit like a sofa. Never thought about that, but we got kind of big rectangular shape, cut it in half kind of thing, and I can see that there's kind of a crack in the log here. And as I mentioned, I was going to have a campfire outside yesterday, and it's about -20 outside, which isn't very cold for some people, but it just wasn't going to be pleasant to be setting up and everything. So I decided, oh, you know what, I'm just going to do this in the fireplace. So you can see all these shapes kind of with the flames. Remember, okay, we've got some flames coming off this log here, and flames over here. I think what we want to do for this one is we want to do some shading kind of all over, maybe around the rough shapes of the flame. And I kind of got this idea from, I know in the holidays, sometimes it's really nice, even if you don't have a fire, you can watch one on TV. And once in a while, I find it very relaxing. The noise of a campfire is just amazing. It calms me down. I'm sure it calms you down too, in that it's just amazing to watch a fire, to sit there, and it's never the same. Every second that you're looking at a campfire, it's constantly changing. It's like those flames are dancing, and they are never the same every second that you are looking at it. Okay, so I think that what you should do, or what we should do, is just kind of rub in some shading everywhere where you can see that it's gray and not white. And then we'll leave some of those shapes really white where the flames are. Okay, I'm going to kind of work right to left here with my shading, and if you guys don't want to mess up your drawing, sometimes what I'll do is I'll put the Kleenex underneath like this, so you can do some shading without dragging your hand through your drawing. Okay, maybe I'll show you some of the big shapes here that you can do. You can see that this log kind of is in segments, like so. And you can see all the different kind of segments in here. Now, you know what? The great thing about drawing this log is, unlike the animals, the only one that's going to notice if it doesn't look perfect or doesn't look like the photo is you. Everybody's going to think, wow, did you ever draw a great fire log? But they're not going to see your reference. So this one is, this drawing that we're doing is a lot more, I would say, forgiving than we've been drawing bears and turtles and things that are a little bit, need to be a little bit more precise. Okay, so I love the shape of this flame up here. The flames really look like dancers to me. They look like they're dancing. And like I said, I can sit and watch a fire and be totally, absolutely, well, I would say hypnotized by it, in that you just look at it and it's just like, wow, for those of you like me, I'm on the screen quite a bit these days with my teaching and everything, and I think, I'm embarrassed to say that sometimes it's a few hours a day I'm on the computer, and it's far more, I would say, healthy and just wonderful to sit and watch a fire. It can be a campfire, fire in your fireplace. Because of the fire bans, when things get too dry, I even got myself one of those propane campfires, so that could meet with my family outside on the back deck or whatever, and social distance, and not be cause problems with forest fires or anything like that. So those work well too. One of the things I wanted to talk about you know, heating your home and everything is that you know, we really need to thank the people that in Alberta here we heat our homes with natural gas, and it's a natural substance. I've when I've gone fishing along the river, I've seen it actually bubble through the creek. It's a natural. That's why it's called natural gas. But anyway, I wanted to thank the workers that that make that possible for us to heat our homes. It's up here in Canada, particularly here in Alberta where I live, and it's minus 20 today. Where would we be without the people that are working in that industry to make our homes heated? We'd be in big trouble. So I want to thank them, and it's important for all of us to know where our food comes from, where our heat comes from, and to thank and respect those people, not just the trees that we're thanking today for providing the wood for this beautiful fire, but everybody. Okay, so you can kind of shade in where the dark parts are on this log. I can see it's a lot easier working from a black and white photo than a color photo for me and for you. So I think I'll carry on this, now that I've started this tradition, I will carry it on into season 3 because it makes sense, right? As you can see, it doesn't have to be exact, and we're still going to get a good effect. Now, with your eraser on the end, you can do what my students, what they call reverse shading, which means everywhere it's white, you erase it so that it's white. Okay? So that's already starting to look like fire. It's looking great. And now on this log here where it's starting to get burnt and turned into coals, it's starting to turn white and orange. You can't see it because it's color, but that's what happens. And then we've got some flame shooting off here too. Okay. And you can shade around these shapes too, where the fire is. Okay, you can see I can probably move this log, this bottom part, over a little bit, darken it in. Press a little bit harder to make the blacks a little bit blacker. Even though this pencil's made out of wood and graphite, it's made from a tree. I use a lot of charcoal, which is actually what we are drawing right now. Is the charcoal is made from the fire, and you can actually use pieces of charcoal to do drawings with later on from your fire. I have done that before. Now these flames, they don't have to be exactly as they are in the photo. In fact, if you wanted to add some, I see we need a little bit over here. You can use your artistic license to make these flames however you want. You can add some random flames in here to make it the fire look compositionally more balanced or interesting. Whatever you want. I also, you know, I decided against drawing those bricks in my fireplace because I was going to go outside, like I said, but it's been like minus 15 to minus 20 and not sunny, so I didn't really want to go outside, so decided to do this in my fireplace instead. But I think the fire to me looks a little bit better not in a fireplace but just with a plain background like we have in here. So I'm just going to leave that the way that it is. Remember what if you haven't seen these videos before, I often talk about using your imagination as well. Like, we want to draw an accurate fire, but maybe we want to do a different background, or we want to add and subtract things from the picture, edit it. And that's your imagination, that's using your artistic license. So you can change it however you want. But for the fire part, I'd like you to try and kind of duplicate the things that are going on with this fire log. You can see the little cracks in the wood as it burns and it pops. Makes that popping noise. Crackling noise. Okay, at some point we're going to draw some rocks or cliffs or whatever in Let's Draw Nature, and this is pretty similar to these details on the log are pretty similar to what you're going to see when you're drawing rocks as well. Especially this little area in here where you've got a lot of little crevices and cracks that you can have fun doing all these little details. And the more of this that you do, the more impressive that your log drawing is going to look. I'll just keep going in there like that. Near where I live, if you saw the gopher episode, I live near a place called the Big Rock, and it's the largest glacial erratic in the world. But it looks kind of like this charcoal that or the log that we're drawing here on this side. Now I can't wait to show this one to my grade 1 class tomorrow. They will have some really good interpretations of this fire log that I'm drawing. And if you want to see what my students are doing, you could just go to my Instagram, Let's Draw Nature, and see what they come up with. It's pretty interesting how different the students' interpretations are of whatever we're drawing. If you were there last week for the Let's Draw a Fox, I'll just show you what the students came up with for the fox that lives at our field at the or on the edge of the field at the Blackie Elementary School here in Alberta. And like I say, the more detail you put in to this, the more impressive it's going to look. And I know a lot of you at home are going to be doing some just phenomenal interpretations of this fire. I guess you could also on Instagram hashtag your photo to Let's Draw Nature, and everybody could see what you came up with here. Okay, I'm sure that we could go farther on this, and I'm positive that some of you out there are going to take this much farther than I did, and probably do a better job too. So today is the 14th day of the 12th month of 2020. Today we drew a Firelog, and I'll put my signature on here. And this concludes season 2. This is episode 12, and we will see you next season. So probably January of 2021, and we will draw nature. Let's draw nature. We'll see you then.